Traders! Stop taking trade signals from a rearview mirror and remove your blindfolds. This is the price area in Bitcoin and Ethereum that I've been talking about, that I've been waiting for. And right now, price is coming back into our levels. Bitcoin just failed exactly where I said it should hold. Ethereum is now pulling back into the zone I mapped out days ago. And this is the moment where the market usually tests patience. I am not chasing anything here. I am not reacting emotionally, even though I'm yelling at you. I am just letting price come back to the areas that I've been watching for this entire time. In this update, I'm going to walk you through what just happened on Bitcoin, why this pullback is very important, and which levels decide continuation versus reset. Then we'll evaluate Ethereum. This is the primary daily trade idea I've been waiting on. What needs to happen for it to become a trade and what completely invalidates it. And then after that, I will show you exactly how I'm handling all of this inside the live trade challenge. Let's go! Before we go further, make sure to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe as well. It helps me more than you think. And it tells me you want more of this type of real-time market analysis, people. As you know, I'm running a fully public trade challenge, growing an account from $10,000 to $100,000. I'm not forcing trades, I'm not reacting emotionally, I'm sitting on my hands and letting the market come to me. All ideas and trades are shared live inside my free Telegram channel. Before we go further into the charts, let's talk about what's happening around the market, because this pullback doesn't happen in isolation. Stablecoin transactions just hit a record $33 trillion, led primarily by USDC. That tells us something very important. Activity is increasing even while price is pulling back. At the same time, the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index has gone to a low of 32, fear. Historically, this is where emotion starts to take over and decision-making gets sloppy. In other words, when tops or bottoms become extreme, it's best to think like a contrarian, because this is often where the amateurs in the retail and people who are overreacting bang it out at the bottom. And when people are banging the bottom, that's often an opportunity. Something to keep in mind, people. And while fear is rising, something very interesting happened quietly. Tom Lee's BitMine just bought 35,628 Ethereum. Wow, worth roughly $110 million. Another guy with all this money. Anyway, that is not overreactive selling. That is positioning. What's that, Frank N? You have something to add? Me, no like Tom Lee. How come? He have house party. Me, he kick out. Me don't know why. Well, were you invited? I'm a down. Anyway, so right now, fear is loud, but capital is still moving behind the scenes. We've seen this before. This is how markets behave during resets, not tops. Let's go to Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Earlier, price attempted to move back toward the $94,000 area, a level I've been watching for days. And then it failed. From there, Bitcoin came straight back into this area here, the $90,000 region, bringing price back toward this trend line that I've been tracking for this entire move. Now, this is the fourth touch on that structure. This is very important. From here, I'm watching two scenarios, and I'm not committing to either one of them yet. If price breaks this trend line in a decisive way, then the bearish argument opens toward the 80K region. If instead, price consumes some liquidity lower, maybe around the $85,000 area, then gives us a clean structural shift, reclaims key levels, then a move back toward the 97,000 comes back into play. Right now, this is not a concrete forecast. This is a decision zone. The market needs to show its hand. On the 4-hour chart, and this part really matters, in previous videos, I said I was waiting for price to retrace into this area where the trend line and key level intersected, around 92,000. Price came close, but there was no bullish momentum, no change of character, no structural shift. So I could not justify any risk. This is exactly where patience pays. I don't aim to trade often when I'm looking at swing trades. I aim to trade well, people, and that is what your goal should be. On the 2-hour chart, there's a clear supply zone around the 94,847 area that price hasn't interacted with yet. But what matters more is the liquidity below. We have drawn liquidity sitting near the 88,472 area. Price has probed slightly into sell side liquidity around 90,000 to 89,000 and structure still looks heavy. The scenarios are simple. Either price moves back into the bearish order block and then works its way lower toward the 88,472 area, or it reclaims above the 93,000 area, holds it, and then forces the structure to change back to bullish. Until one of those outcomes takes place, I wait. It's that simple. Okay, let me take a step back here and give you a proper update on the trade challenge because this part matters. Right now, the account is sitting just under $10,500, up $499.23, which is a 4.99% gain so far. 2 trades, 2 wins, no high frequency. Those trades were render and link. Nothing fancy, just waiting for price to come into a very exact area and then taking the trade when the structure confirms. And so you know, all of the trades in this challenge are done on WeX. That's the platform I personally use. I like it because it's clean, it's fast, and it doesn't overcomplicate trade entry, especially when things start moving quickly. On top of that, every single trade, entries, exits, risk, results, is tracked using profits precision. That's how I keep this challenge transparent. No changing trades, no putting in trades after the fact, no rewriting history. If the trade works, it's logged. If it doesn't work, it's still logged the same way. And most importantly, all setups, ideas, and updates are shared ahead of time in my free Telegram channel. Not after the move, not in hindsight. And if you're signing up to WeX or checking out Profits Precision, all the links are in the description. Using those links supports the channel, but nothing is mandatory. Now, let's talk about Ethereum, because this is the main idea that I've been waiting on. On the daily time frame, Ethereum rejected the $3,300 level. Exactly what I said had to happen. Even when price looked bullish for a moment, I kept repeating one thing. I need to see this level break, and now it has. Price is currently moving toward the $3,100 order block, an area I've been mapping out for days. Below that, there is clear sell-side liquidity. Historically, every single time Ethereum consumes liquidity into a higher time frame order block like this, it creates opportunity, but only if structure confirms afterwards. This is the trade idea. It's not confirmed yet, but this is where my focus is. On the 4-hour chart, this is not about taking trades. This is about interpreting price. Ethereum is interacting with the order block between the $3,000 and $2,900 level. What I need to see is a simple bullish structure shift and strong momentum. Essentially, what that would translate to is a failed low. But at this time, it's not there yet. There is one key level that I keep repeating over and over again, and that's the 3,054 level, which you can see right up in this area. If price can work its way back up above this order block and maintain itself above that area, then the long idea on this daily time frame stays valid. But if price cannot get back above that area and instead breaks below this order block decisively, then we're looking at a push toward the 2,800 level, and the bullish idea is no longer valid. It will require adjustment. So you have to keep that in mind in these situations. This is not any type of concrete forecast. This is letting the market show its hand. No forcing, just waiting. So this is where we are. Bitcoin is pulling back into levels we've been tracking from the start. Ethereum is entering a daily zone that historically matters. Fear is rising. Patience is vanishing. Nothing is confirmed yet. But this is exactly where markets decide their next move. Most people are reacting, but guess what? I am waiting. By the way, all trades in this challenge are done on WeX, the platform I personally use. Simple, clean, reliable. I track everything on Profits Precision, so the challenge stays transparent. All ideas and updates are shared live in my free Telegram channel. Links are in the description. I will see you in the next one.